Hi YouTube, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's going to be kind of a tutorial slash follow along style video where I'm going to be waxing my eyebrows with strip wax and then cleaning them up afterwards with tweezers and scissors. So if you're interested in seeing what I do and kind of following along with me to clean up your own eyebrows, then keep watching. So I'm starting off with a spoolie, just brushing my brows out, and then I'm going to apply my first strip in between my eyebrows. So that's usually a problem area for most people. So if you're kind of scared to touch your brows, this is a really easy part to do by yourself, and it'll also make a big difference if you do have a lot of hair in the middle, because it'll look like you got your eyebrows done completely even if you didn't. So not every single person when they get their eyebrows done waxes the top of their brows where I'm doing right now. The reason I do it, of course, is because I have hair there, but some people don't need to do it, and that's perfectly fine. I also am kind of cautious with this area if you're someone that has a lower hairline that's really close to your eyebrows. That way we don't mix up the two. So I feel funny even kind of making a video showing you about how I wax and basically my technique, because of course I'm going to tell you, if you're not a professional, not to be doing this at home, but of course I know there's people that are going to no matter what. And also if you're maybe a student, an esthetician trying to learn and master waxing brows, then of course watch this video and you can just follow my technique and kind of learn from it. And the same thing goes with the technique. If you're at home with just tweezers, you can kind of watch what I do, the areas that I work on, so that you can try it out for yourself. Now I do have a full video about waxing on my channel that I'm going to link down below, because that's where I go into detail about everything. But a little bit really quick about waxing your brows: you don't want to be doing any waxing if you're on Accutane or retinol, basically any medication that's going to sensitize the skin like antibiotics do. And also make sure that the wax isn't too hot and that you're never double dipping and never getting your eyebrows done somewhere that you see them double dipping. Now I'm moving on to under my brows, getting all of those stray hairs. So I do want to say that first of all, I have very thick brows naturally. I grow a lot of hair, so that's why I'm able to go under here and really do a lot of waxing. But if you naturally have thinner brows or you're afraid of taking too much off, definitely don't do this under part. Just stick to tweezers and clean it up that way. But I do it because I have a lot of hair there. And as you watch me do the other side, I want to just say that I'm using a small popsicle stick as a wax stick, and I'm using a very small controlled amount of wax. So I know they make those drugstore like Sally Hansen wax strips, the ones you warm up in your hand. To be honest, I don't see how those would work because I don't feel like the wax is like hot enough for it to work. But if you are going to be using those on your face, definitely do not do this area right here. I feel like not only is it too close to the eye, but those strips are so much larger and you're more likely to mess up your eyebrow and end up taking half of it off if you're not trained in eyebrow shaping and if you're not using actual professional grade wax. So now I'm going to go in with my tweezers and do some of the real shaping. When I'm doing my brows today, I'm doing them thinner than I normally want them just because I know that it'll be a while until I probably do them again where I'm just home. I'm not too worried about what they look like, so I wanted to thin them out. That way they can grow in really nice and thick and healthy, and then I can go back and reshape them. So if you're not a professional, you're probably just going to be at home doing it with tweezers. I want you to kind of just pay attention to where I'm tweezing. I look like I'm going tweezer happy, but just go slow. This, of course, is a sped up video, so I'm not taking hair as fast as it looks like I am, but just make sure that you're going slow. You're only pulling away stray hairs away from your actual eyebrow. That way you avoid giving yourself bald spots and taking too much and making it too thin. When you're using tweezers, you always want to make sure that you're pulling the skin tight. That way you don't grab that skin up when you're pulling the hair, and you also want to make sure that you're pulling in the direction that the hair is growing. When I'm doing this, I'm using a double-sided mirror. One is a regular side and one is a magnified side. And I really recommend using those because you can use the regular side to see how it's looking where you need to pull more hair from. And then you can use the magnified side to really make sure that you can see up close. And also keep your elbow on a stable surface. This is just really simple. I'm brushing the hair up with a spoolie and I'm trimming the hairs. The reason we do that is because it helps the eyebrows stay in place and make it look less ruly. Of course, just be careful when you're doing this and make sure that you don't trim too much. You want to brush and then trim, brush the hair back to see kind of how it looks, and then decide if you need to trim more or not. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment them down below, and I'll see you in my next video.